Hello, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Pinkerton Academy in Derry, New Hampshire. It's the scene of today's Girls Volleyball Championship game in New Hampshire's Division I. And, of course, the Bedford Bulldogs are the team to beat. 18-0 in the regular season. They've run the table here in the playoffs as well to make it to the finals bright and early on a Saturday, November 5th, 2022, here at Pinkerton against what has become their arch rival, at least for this season and some others. Hollis Brookline Cavaliers at 16-2 earned their way here with a win over Londonderry in the semifinal. I'm John Collins along with Bill Klein. Very happy to be here on Bedford CTV. Our cameraman once again is Andrew Fenn, executive producer Bill Jennings alongside, and an electric atmosphere. Crowd still filing in here, Bill. We had the Olympic theme as they introduced the two teams coming into the gym.
What a great way to start it out, and it kind of surprised me, and it just made me, gave me a little goosebumps or something.
I absolutely felt it too. It was very nice.
Truly loved that.
Yeah.
The atmosphere here is great. The crowd is really huge. It's huge. Both schools have brought out a lot of fans. The national anthem that was just sung by one of the Exeter players was, Exeter I just said, didn't I? Hollis Brookline. I'm getting funny looks from my left here. But, John, I'll tell you, after we watched the game last week, where we did play Exeter, I believe.
Yes,
correct?
It was Exeter,
correct.
Yes.
Help me here. The level of volleyball is incredible. This is going to be a great match. It's going to get off here right now. Here we go.
We are underway in the race to 25, set number 1, as Hollis Brookline gets it over the net. Best of 5 sets. Teams feeling themselves out here early. Of course, with the 18-0 record, and it is Hollis Brookline that starts it off with an exclamation point. They get point number 1. Deflected off the libero, who is so good for this Bedford team, Maddie Fennessy. I'm just waking up myself this morning. But these girls have to go into full mode right away here. This is the championship, Bill. Is that in or out? It is out. It is Bedford's first point.
We got side out, and the libero on the other side of the net, Mare Schneider.
Oh, wait. Okay, so was it deflected out of bounds? Maybe it was. It's another point for Hollis Brookline. They're up 2-0, and they continue to serve in the person of Anneli DiVirgilio.
That's a tough one.
That DiVirgilio is the server, and she's on a roll to begin, and they are up 3-0 early, as Bedford unable to get the ball over the net. Anneli DiVirgilio, she is a senior at 5'5", number 8, handling the service game well, to say the least here for Hollis Brookline, as they're threatening to go up 4-0 here. There's the kill, it's inside the far sideline. Bedford has not yet got their footing in this opening set. It is 4-0 Hollis Brookline.
The ride here in the bus about the same distance. I think Pinkerton's right in the middle, and you can't blame jet lag or anything.
Lana McCarthy trying to answer back, but her attempted kill is blocked, and Lindsay Healy announces her, that was number 3. Riley O'Connell announces the presence of the Bedford Bulldogs undefeated 18-0 squad with a nice kill. And it's the first serve for Bedford here, trailing 4-1 in the opening set of the best of 5. Championship match, 2 points now for Bedford.
You got to go back to September the 7th. September 7th was when these two teams met during the regular season. It's almost
early
a month
on.
ago.
Yeah.
Second match of the season for both of them.
Sure.
The score was 3-1.
Yeah, 2 full months ago, right? Back in the 9th month, and here we are in month number 11. So they are.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're still feeling themselves out, though. And Hollis Brookline just seems to be determined to get this first set, but let's see if Bedford can rise up and show the talent that they bring to the court here once again. It is going to be a tough match, you can tell already. The service game.
If any team has a shot at knocking off Bedford, probably it is.
It is Hollis Brookline, and they're going to need a lot from that player right there, number 24, Cheyenne Colbert at 5'10", playing big near side hitter. Gets it just over the net cord and finds some open court. It is 6-2, and there's the first point for Lana McCarthy. She got up high, and another difficult return that Hollis Brookline, not the only team that has difficulty returning Lana McCarthy's kills from right above the center net. On service, Riley O'Connell now, 6'3", and Hollis Brookline able to save it and get it over. A feat in itself. There's the kill by McCarthy. This one's going to be returned as well. Valiant effort just to get it over by Hollis Brookline. They've been on defense here. Lindsay Healy's attempted spike is blocked. This is a different situation here for the big hitters for Bedford. And there's the touch, and it's a point for Hollis Brookline. Playing great defense at the net, Bill. That's something that Exeter really didn't manage quite as well in the semifinal against Bedford.
Yeah, they managed an awful lot of great things. Exeter played an incredible match. Very, very few mistakes, unforced, so to speak, errors.
But we've already seen at least 2 rejections of the big hitters for Bedford, Lindsay Healy and Lana McCarthy, something that Exeter had trouble doing. Here's Lindsay Healy, and again, they were able to keep the point alive after the big hit. Cheyenne Colbert tries to go back line. That gets returned. That's long, and it's going to be, they're going to say deflected.
Yes.
Deflected out of bounds. You got to be quick to be a volleyball ref. And it will be, as Bill was.
It's been years since I officiated this, and the speed of this right now, I'm out of shape to be able to call this. It's so fast.
Even from up here. That's one's going to hit the net cord, and it's going to be another Bulldog point. So it's back to a 2-point game in the race to 10 before you can get to 20 and 25. Bedford narrowing the gap here.
Keep in mind, Bedford's looking for the three-peat. They are the state champs the last 2 years running.
I was remiss not to point that out. The three-peat, two championships already in the bank, 18-0 this season. What a tremendous job of keeping that point alive by Riley O'Connell. And, uncharacteristic miss, not able to return at that time. The Cavaliers let it trickle out the back end, and it is a 1-point game now.
Lindsay Healy, captain there. What a great, decision not to spike at that time. The blockers were there. Ball went up and over, dropped right to the
changeup. Not enough height there on that attempted spike.
Tied. We're tied, John.
Yeah, it's 7-all. Mary Faye Berrigan kind of mistimed her leap right there, and back on serve is Maddie Fennessy. It was a rocky start for Bedford, but they are now tied with Hollis Brookline, 7-7. Cheyenne Colbert, beautiful spike. Empty court, back line, finds the space and gets serve back for the Cavaliers. And she will do the serving. Cheyenne Colbert at 5'10", the senior. Big reason why Hollis Brookline's playing for the championship here on a Saturday morning in Derry. Serves it right down the middle. Violet Falvey played that. Lindsay Healy, good idea, but just too much on the push. Out of bounds near side. Back to on serve will be the Cavaliers. Now leading again, 9-7.
Looking for that space to hit into. It was a great decision. Just not executed perfectly.
A little too much power on the serve there by Colbert. And it's a 9-8 game. Bedford has serve back with a chance to tie it up once again. McKenna O'Connell with the serve. Cheyenne Colbert near the net. That's a difficult setup, and Hollis Brookline not able to convert it over. Point Bedford, 9-9.
9-9 tied up. Last night, Bedford girls soccer won another state championship.
Congratulations.
1-0.
When did the goal come? As the Hollis Brookline scores another point. Powerful kill there. Unable to return was Violet Falvey as it got on her quick. Was it an overtime goal? Or
No, it wasn't. I believe it was
regulation?
It was about 3 minutes left in the first half.
Oh, wow. Big goal, to say the least. A championship winner.
Because both teams they played their hearts out there. The girls were just another amazing game.
So here we are with the score tied again. Now it's at 10-all as Lindsay Healy does the serving. Cheyenne Colbert gets it, and just a pushover. Good save by Riley O'Connell. Point continues. Diving effort, hits the ceiling. It's still live, though, as you can see. That was Sophia Jordan that saved it, but it ends up being another Bedford point.
Yeah, anything, the hanging structures up above are in play as long as the ball doesn't cross the net after a hit.
The libero is Maya Schneider in the white jersey on your right for the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers. Riley O'Connell partially blocked. Hollis Brookline keeps it alive. Cheyenne Colbert with a medium hit down the middle, and that is in. What a strike.
This is the first lead for Bedford now after those 2 points. 12-10.
Riley O'Connell gets some great height and power on her own for those kills. That was well placed. A 12-10 lead. Attempted kill by Hollis Brookline is saved.
Net violation.
Touch, right?
Net violation.
And that means Hollis Brookline gets that point as they rotate more players in. And others get a breather. Off the court goes Mary Faye Berrigan. And serving now, Hollis Brookline. And it's a success into the game and scoring points for her team. Malaya Colina, the junior who served that, will go back on serve. 12-12 now. We've been tied almost all the way up. That climbs over the net cord. Bedford sends it back. The Cavaliers looking for some open space. Save by Bedford. Nicely done. Riley O'Connell just to get it over. Palm shot. The kill is long, and it's going to be Bedford's point. The team to your left now up by 1, 13-12. We're on the seesaw.
We are. And every little thing that can happen has happened. We just had the ball also, strike the net and just dribble over with a great save by the Bedford side. On that Hollis Brookline serve on that last one.
Buckle up. It might be a long morning here. Trying to determine a winner in this championship game. There's a great hit by the Cavaliers.
Well called, John. We're back to tied up here again.
Annette Schlunk, number 26, I believe, got that hit inside the far diagonal. Beautiful spot. Great control with that powerful spike and kept it in play. 13-all. Baker's dozen now as we scratch and claw our way through it toward 25. Who's going to win this opening set? Cheyenne Colbert with the change-up touch. Bedford's wise to it. Riley O'Connell goes for a soft touch as well. Cheyenne Colbert, a little more power. Riley O'Connell with a nice touch. The setup, O'Connell's going to get it over. Long rally here, and it's blocked. Inbounds. Lana McCarthy, a force in the middle of the net.
You don't have all that many techniques that are specific to this sport, but the blocking, the spike, the kills, the digs, the serve, obviously, and, my favorite, the dink shot when you just touch it over the net into a space.
Cheyenne Colbert just barely gets it over the net, but she got it with some high velo, and it was too tough to handle for the Bulldogs. Point Cavaliers tied at 14. I believe this is at least 6 ties that we have had so far in the opening set. 14-all as Hollis Brookline serves from right to left. And that one drops out. It is a good decision by Hollis Brookline. The libero Maya Schneider, and she'll go back and serve.
That was amazing because it really looked like it was miscommunication. But what it was they were calling that let it go. It's out of bounds.
Let it go?
Yeah, and they, Hollis Brookline side, these are really, I'd say, probably all close to straight A students on both sides of the net. And
sure. Unforced error, those are rare here at this level of play, but they do happen even to the best teams. Maya Schneider served it into the net. So it is 15 all, and Bedford back on serve. Lindsay Healy, there was a whistle before the spike, and it's going to be a violation against the Bulldogs. Point Cavaliers, they're up 16-15 with a timeout by Bedford, I believe, to talk strategy. Head coach of Bedford is Anna McGann, of course, and the head coach of Hollis Brookline, Becky Balfour.
Just going to mention that the sport of volleyball, you might think that all the players are going to be the tallest girls in that they can find in the high school. I went through the program, John. It's amazing. Most teams only have one or two young ladies at this age, and they're almost probably full grown, that are 6 feet or taller. There are not that many tall players. When I say tall, I'm saying over 6. But obviously for girls, I think 5'10", 5'11" might be considered that. But the libero position is this position that back in the late 90s was one of the reasons they created that, was so that a really talented, shorter player could really have an impact and be a superstar. And we see 2 of them on the court today. Absolutely, both of them are outstanding players.
And, of course, they wear the misfit colored jerseys. It's white for Maya Schneider on your right for Hollis Brookline, and Maddie Fennessy wearing the red on your left for the Bulldogs, who trailed by 1. Here's Lindsay Healy, and trying to make it not for long, but a great dig by Hollis Brookline to keep the point alive. That was Virgilio, and this time Lindsay Healy splits the defenders near the back line and gets the point. We're tied at 16.
What's your count on that now?
I believe we're at 8 ties on the way up to just trying to get to 20 here. Of course, it's the race to 25. It's the opening set. Best of 5 match. It's got a feel of a 5-setter right now. Let's see what happens. Cheyenne Colbert and Riley O'Connell with a nice dig. Lindsay Healy, a force over there on the left. You talked about, her prospects of moving on and playing at a higher level, and also her accolades as Player of the Year. And you can see why right away. Once again, Lindsay Healy rising above to score that point. Bedford's up 17-16. Colbert, nice touch. Oh, that all kinds of messed up Bedford, and it's a point on the huge change-up by Cheyenne Colbert. Well done, number 24.
Cheyenne, I was just going to mention, spotlight her for a moment, because she just did a combination of a number of different things. And when you see this, how she just played, she switched positions at the front and had 2 hits.
Oh, that was a miscommunication because balls in no player's land.
She had taken the first hit over the net, and then she ran from the right forward position all the way to the left, where she spiked it for that point going back a couple points ago.
Amazing play.
Absolutely.
Serve, Bedford up by 1. They keep the point on. Lindsay Healy with the setup, and just to get it over by the Bulldogs. Hollis Brookline trying to set up something special. The hit goes long, and it's a 2-point lead for Bedford. Getting close now to 25. It's 19-17. Bulldogs have the serve and the 2-point advantage. Trying to press their advantage here. Get to 21st if they can. On serve, McKenna O'Connell. And it's too tough for Hollis Brookline. The race to 20. Bedford gets there first. The Cavaliers want a timeout. Oh, first set could be slipping away after a very good start for Hollis Brookline, Bill.
It amazes me if you compare this to pickup volleyball games that people do in the summertime and whatnot, backyards, or you're at the beach or someplace and you get a bunch of people together. One of the things that's constantly happening is people are bumping into each other. Balls are dropping to the sand, the grass, whatever. The teams here today are consistently giving each other space to make the plays that they have to, and this is a beautiful thing, John.
It's a well-oiled machine on both sides, Bill. You're absolutely right. Bedford football kicking off their 2022 playoff run this afternoon at 2 o'clock today down at Wyndham against the number 7 Jaguars of Wyndham. Bedford football ranked 10th, but still have high hopes in the NHIAA preliminary round this afternoon on November 5th at 2 p.m. in Wyndham. The winner will go on to play North in the quarterfinals next Friday night. The Titans with a bye. You can catch our live coverage on Channel 23, HD 1072, YouTube, and Bedford 105.1. So back play resumes 2017. What a point we have here as Hollis Brookline. Cheyenne Colbert, too hot to handle. And it's a point for the Cavaliers. They get served back, so they succeed coming out of the timeout.
The teams, from time to time, will definitely put a big effort into not hitting the ball to one of the players that's hot on the other side of the net.
About that, yeah.
Keep it away from
sure
from Cheyenne Colbert. Oh my gosh, it's impossible. She's all over the place.
That's what tennis players wish they could do.
Oh yeah,
in the one-on-one game
absolutely.
Of tennis. But yeah, you have a choice here. And oh, what a nice play by Lindsay Healy again. She changed it up, and she will get rewarded with serve here. Her team up 21-18. Pause in the action as we have some personnel changes.
Trivia question.
Sure.
If you were to have to name sports that the teams can wear almost exactly the same uniforms, same colors, etc.
How about the Penguins and the Bruins? It always irks me, the Penguins colors. They used to be, black and powder blue. The Penguin hockey I'm talking about, ice hockey. Here comes the point for who? Out of bounds off of Hollis Brookline. It is a 22-18 Bulldogs advantage. They're just 3 points away from securing this opening set.
John, is that their first 4-point lead?
Yes, it is. I believe you're right, Bill. I think the Bulldogs were up 5-1. And there's, or maybe it was 4-1, but in any case, Hollis Brookline seizing serve back. Hoffpower. That's my nomination for toughest, probably easy pronunciation, but I'm just seeing it for the first time for the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers. It's Abby Hoffpower. And there's a booming kill that somehow Hollis Brookline kept alive inches from the hardwood. And another big attempt, Violet Falvey. That also is being returned by Hollis Brookline. How do they do it? Lindsay Healy just gets it over. Now Hollis Brookline with a chance to set up a spike. Blocked! Riley O'Connell secures the point for the Bulldogs on a defensive block on the left side of the net. Brilliant play.
That save, that dig, her Colbert's hand was literally on the floor by the time the ball contact. I mean, right there.
Amazing.
She protected the ball. An unbelievable physical. I don't know if she plays other sports, but she could be a 4 or 5 season sport, for player.
For a 5'10" athlete to get down there that quickly. How about that?
And back up. I couldn't do that. I know you couldn't. I'm sorry.
Without assistance, yeah.
No, without assistance. Bill Jennings, help me up, will you, please?
So terrific job.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. It's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Just go to www.wbnh.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, Radio Garden, and the Town of Bedford app. Just tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1.
Well, we're getting that PSA announcement. I don't know if you can hear clearly, but we just had a great competition occur up here in the bleachers. We had Hollis Brookline started it off and challenged Bedford to a cheer back and forth, and I can't tell you who won, but it was great. I love to see that. It was fantastic.
So it's a point for Hollis Brookline there. Back on serve. She had great success to begin this match. In the early stages of this set, Anelli DiVirgilio serving again for Hollis Brookline. They need to reel off 5 points to only 1 for the Bulldogs, who are 2 away from 25. And Bedford has to scramble. They're not going to be able to get there. There's one of the 5 that they need for Hollis Brookline. Bedford just needs 2 to secure this opening set in the race to 3 best of 5 sets. DiVirgilio pounds it. Back line might have been long. Bedford returns it. The setup. Colbert blocked out of bounds. Hollis Brookline point. It's a 1-point game, 23-22. Wow, how close has this first set been?
Hollis Brookline is winning some of that defensive type strategies here, the tactic of blocking.
DiVirgilio, just an excellent serve. Riley O'Connell booming. There's the dig. Great save by Hollis Brookline. It's just out. Bedford point. Oh, that was out by a foot, if that.
Game point.
Game point. Yeah. Bulldogs 24, Cavaliers 22. Can Violet Falvey get it done on serve? Violet serve right down the middle. Libero, Maya Schneider. Colbert blocked. And whose point is it? It is Bedford's point and opening set. Wasn't sure about that call. It was a big pause to see. The official said that it was apparently knocked out of bounds by Hollis Brookline. And there you have it. As close an opening set as we've probably seen all season with involving Bedford.
Absolutely, John. Just, the way that Hollis Brookline started that, it was like they came in here with the intent of winning and winning big. It was...
every baseball huddle I've had before a baseball game, they say the phrase, jump on them early. Who doesn't want to score 5 runs in the first inning? But it's harder to do. They jumped on them early. Hollis Brookline came out here on a mission, and they had Bedford rattled at the start. But Bedford assumed itself once again, and you don't get to be 18-0 without a tremendous amount of talent, which showed itself there in that hard-fought opening set.
The talent, and where does it come from? Comes from, starter programs that these girls are in, start playing when they're fairly young, and develop a program that's got some, consistency to it. And both of these schools have. I was in the Hollis gymnasium when I've got 2 daughters. One lives in Hollis, the other in Londonderry. Londonderry is playing Hollis, and I'm down there, and I'm just going, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And the programs, the junior varsity. Some schools have freshmen, not many, but the feeder programs are amazing. But you got to remember the coaching staff for this is so critical too. And Anna's assistant coach, his last name, Winship. I think she chose him partially because that maybe to keep the Bedford Bulldog ship righted in the right direction and take advantage of the winds and everything else that you can, the currents, and help the team. And right now he's out there with Coach McGann, and he's decked out with he's wearing a, sorry, that's not him out there at the moment, unless he changed, because during warm-ups, he was wearing a bow tie. He looked dapper.
That's Bill Klein. I'm John Collins. We're along with Andrew Fenn, our cameraman. You're listening and watching BCTV, Bedford Television, where we are between the first and second sets of the championship match. Bedford versus Hollis Brookline on this neutral court here at Pinkerton Academy in Derry. It is still anybody's match, I would say, Bill. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Hollis Brookline could put together a win here still. So we'll see what unfolds.
It will certainly be called an upset. It has to be.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. In spite of the fact, and
having already lost to Bedford during the season, 16-2 record for Hollis Brookline. Great record. But they're up against this 18-0 juggernaut that you have seen Bedford over the years. And where does this team rank?
I'd say the team in the court right now is probably the best ever.
Best ever.
I think that
best ever.
And possibly when you consider, you go back, I don't know how many years. Andrew Fenn, our super cameraman up here, gave me some information right before the game about how Guilford High School was a juggernaut as well. They won Guilford High School, a division under us, but they probably had, I believe it was at least 10 consecutive state championships.
Wow. Well, trying for the three-peat here. The Bedford Bulldogs have switched sides. They're on the right, serving to the left. They get the opening point of the second set here, thanks to the service game of Violet Falvey at the back line, number 24 for the Bulldogs.
It was an ace, but not the typical ace.
Sure. Maya Schneider, the libero, got the dig. Great decision by the libero for Bedford, Maddie Fennessy, to let that go. And it's a point for the Bulldogs.
If you
up
could have
2-0.
seen that, if you could see that live, or when you see it again on replay, the lines judge that time did not make the call. It was the head official up in the stand who did. He deferred to him. He didn't put the flag up. He turned, looking at
it was a little quick for him, maybe.
Yep.
That was in. That was clearly in the back line. A point for Hollis Brookline. They are on the board here in the second set. Best of 5 match that Bedford leads 1-0 after a hard-fought first set. It was tied about 8 or 9 times on the way to 25. Big hit by Riley O'Connell secures the point as it is deflected off of a Bedford player near the net. That would have been Sophia Jordan, who tried her best there, near side right. Cavaliers trying to get their service back, and they go to Cheyenne Colbert, and that's a good idea. Number 24 for the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers, the team's best player, rises up and booms a winner to get the serve back for her team. 3-2, the Bedford Bulldogs lead the Cavaliers. Hollis Brookline with serve now.
That shot the kill shot that Cheyenne Colbert hit caught the Bedford player in the face just a little bit. I think I believe she's either got a bloody nose or bloody lip.
Is that
they're attending to her?
Violet Falvey over there getting attended to. And you asked me a question. What sports can both teams wear the same colors now? Volleyball's one. What was another one?
Tennis.
Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah, the one-on-one games. Yeah, sure.
Teams that have a net where you don't go to the other side. Very true.
Yeah, right, if you don't go to the other side. But I contend that sometimes we're doing hockey games and the teams look very similar.
The officials right now are conferring and whatnot. There's a lot of little timekeeping stuff in volleyball. And one of the rules is a 30-second rule for a injury. The coach must make a decision within 30 seconds whether or not this player is going to return or must sub. The decision was made, and the head official up in the chair spoke with the captain of the Bedford side to make sure she was aware of what was going to happen here. Because if they don't do this properly, they will get a point violation. A point would be given to the Cavaliers. Strange rules.
Interesting, but
they're still working this out.
Thanks for sharing that. I had no idea.
But so they're determining it was legal. No point was awarded.
And so the attempted serve by Maya Schneider finds the net, and it is a Bedford point. Bulldogs leading 4-2 as they serve right to left, looking to make it 2 sets in a row and 3 championships in a row at the expense of the Cavaliers. Now just going over the net a little bit too much. I think she reached over, did she?
I believe I think she contacted the ball on the other side of the net.
There you go.
As soon as it gets...
That's what I saw.
But I think she also did contact the net.
So Hollis Brookline gets the point and the ball on serve here. Sophia Jordan slaps one down the middle. Bedford setting up. Lindsay Healy just gets it over. Cheyenne Colbert setting up her teammate and now gets it back. Change up. Back to Healy. The setup. And not enough height there. It looked like for Riley O'Connell, who's certainly capable of booming a winner, but a little bit more distance from the net to make that practical. 4-4.
Deja vu, like we were very often in that first game.
Yeah, back to a tie situation. Wow. Sophia Jordan too low. 5-4 Bedford. On a Saturday morning, November 5th, 2022 Bedford Bulldogs, who Bill Klein believes best in the program history, girls volleyball, trying to make history by becoming a triple championship winner. Colbert has other ideas for Hollis Brookline. Lindsay Healy, oh, so much power on that hit. 6'4" Bulldogs.
I would love to know if Miss Kohlberg is headed to a good school. I don't know, is she a senior? Do they have the class on your
She is
roster
a
list?
senior.
She is?
Yes.
I will find out between the next
Quality
game.
right there from Hollis Brookline. Number 14 is Kate Berrigan, who finds open space well inside the back line. Hollis Brookline now 1 point away from tying it up yet again. Cheyenne Colbert on serve to your left. Slaps it right down the middle. Actually, no, it was inside the far sideline. Violet Falvey tries to put one away, and it's a booming winner from the left flank. Annette Schlunk Kathunk in the court, and it is a point that ties the set at 6. I think that's the first winner that Annette Schlunk has had, and she looks like she's done that before. So Hollis Brookline wants more of that, please. Colbert setting it up. There's a hit that's well inbounds, well placed, and it's the first lead of the second set for Hollis Brookline. They're up 7-6. Ms. Berrigan with the winner there.
Kohlberg
Mary Fay
serving once again. She's shown every skill in this game.
Colbert, wow, it just right on cue, Bill. And in the air, they just pushed too far. Kind of a two-handed hit.
Just out.
A finesse hit that just kept going, and it is out. Off of the hands of McKenna O'Connell. 8-6, 2-point lead now for Hollis Brookline. Cheyenne Colbert, a good luck charm on serve. Libero, Maddie Fennessy sets it up and putting it away, Lindsay Healy.
I'd say MVPs as of right now in the court are the Bedford side and the Hollis Brookline side. Both of them are tied. Both teams.
Yes.
Every player.
I mean, amazing. We had a nice dig or a medium height dig there by Maddie Fennessy to keep the point alive. That is long, and Bedford point. 8-8.
A little more
We're tied.
serious
Big
on
surprise.
That. Right now, Colbert's got my vote for the Hollis Brookline side, and probably Healy, I think.
Healy and Colbert. It's almost Healy versus Colbert and a huge supporting cast.
Oh my gosh, John, did you just see that? Oh my gosh. That was an unbelievable. Colbert just spiked the ball from under the height of the net by about, had to be a foot and a half under the net.
She has
from
a
the back
knack
line
for hitting the ball hard and controlling it just an inch above the net cord. She does it on serve. She did it there. Amazing. And that is out. So Hollis Brookline back on a roll here, up 10-8. On the seesaw we go. Timeout called by Bedford.
If you haven't been to the Pinkerton Gymnasium here, I'll tell you, as we said the other day when we were here, John, they have absolutely the best scoreboards that I've ever seen in any high school. It's amazing. These are amazing. They put the players' faces up there.
In HD. Their best
HD.
Instagram photo or
So
whatever
quick.
they do. Their team photos in uniform. Smiling. I just scored a point. Here I am. I'm amazed by it. There's two of them. We were joking in the semifinal. We'd love one of these TVs for our house, but seriously, it is an impressive facility here at Pinkerton Academy. Also impressive is that wall of champions. I'll tell you what. Amazing.
Andrew, get a shot on the wall of champions for us if you don't mind. Can you? No,
he's going to pan over.
Panning over there. We're making him work. A little extra hard. He's the best. The wall of champions.
It certainly is. I don't think there's enough room on some of those for another one. Gymnastics is pretty full. here at Pinkerton Academy, your state championships.
I think they'll have to reduce the size of those those years at some point for sure. Not too far into the future.
They have to need a second piece of wall. Violet Falvey goes for the kill. The dig by Sophia Jordan keeps the point alive. McKenna keeps it going, and what a kill. Riley O'Connell on the assist from McKenna O'Connell. Nicely done. Coming out of the timeout with success, the Bulldogs get the serve back, trailing by 1 now, 10-9 here in the second set.
So many of these names, John, sound Irish to me.
You're absolutely right, they are.
I love it. I love it.
Cheyenne Colbert's dig goes astray, hits the official's stanchion, and it is a point for Bedford that again ties this match up. 10-10 here in the second set. Tremendous action. Unforced error. Rarity hits the net. Hollis Brookline point as they climb back on the upside of the seesaw. 11-10. Checking into the game with service responsibility here is number 18, Malaya Colina. Colina's serve hits the top net cord and falls on the Hollis Brookline side. 11-11.
I don't think we've seen two net serves like that in any of the matches that we've seen.
Nerves may be kicking in. Violet Falvey blocked by Lana McCarthy. So effective up front for the Bulldogs.
Lana, clearly the tallest player for the Bedford Bulldogs. Just, using the height, but also the proper technique with both arms up there to.
Another one of the key ingredients in the team that Bill Klein calls Bedford's best girls volleyball team in program history. What a dig attempt by Hollis Brookline, but it is a point for the Bulldogs. Trying to go undefeated for 2022 and make it a three-peat in state championships of 3 years in a row.
Both soccer teams last night left it all on the field, as they say. They put everything they could into it, and certainly this is the same thing here this morning.
Violet Falvey serve.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
What did you see, Bill?
I saw a carry. I think I think
certainly Bedford was fooled by the hit, and then maybe the officials missed that one.
Honestly, after all these points have just scored, all these rallies back and forth, that's the first error that I've seen. These guys are doing a great job.
13-12, and Long on the shot. Hey, let's be honest. This is going to take a tremendous amount of concentration all the way through for these four officials to get every call right in this tenaciously contested championship match, point by point. That one is just inbounds. Brilliantly done by Hollis Brookline as they cut the lead to 1, 14-13 in favor of Bedford. Hollis Brookline serving left to right in the person of Maya Schneider, their libero here in the white jersey, number 2. Serves it down the middle. Just a nice change-up, kind of get it over by McKenna O'Connell. What a dig at the back line by Bedford. Cheyenne Colbert booming. Lindsay Healy's right there, as calm as you please. She gets it over. It's blocked immediately. The two-handed push blocked by Hollis Brookline. Point Cavaliers. We're tied at 14.
Not sure. I think they're going to challenge this. Not positive. Exeter fans are clearly.
I misspoke. The Hollis Brookline crowd apparently agreed with me, but it's Bedford point. 15-13. Cheyenne Colbert. So much velocity. It took 2 players to stop it and return it. Colbert again, and again at the back line. That's Riley O'Connell doing,
oh my gosh,
yeoman work back there. Maya Schneider for the libero for Hollis Brookline. Can't get to that one though, and it's a 16-13 lead for the Bulldogs. Still on serve, libero Maddie Fennessy.
One of the most exciting rallies that I have seen in girls volleyball.
And stay tuned, you might see one to top it before this match is over. What high-level play we're seeing here. Cheyenne Colbert gets it through the blockade. A much-needed point for the Cavaliers. Cheyenne once again comes up big for her team. 16-14. The Bulldogs with a 2-point edge.
When I was watching the freshman tournament, the Bedford team, Bedford girls, absolutely incredible as well. Similar to this, and a double hit.
Double hit, point. Cavaliers, a 1-point game now. Hollis Brookline trails by that 1 point, but they have serve in a 16-15 second set. Down the middle, the setup. And the kill attempt gets returned, blocked immediately. Cheyenne Colbert was up there. The setup for Colbert, and blocked at the net. Out of bounds, though, and Cheyenne secures another point for her team. The Cavaliers get serve, and the score is tied at 16. Big surprise. Tied again. Sophia Jordan with the hit. And a miss-hit, but not able to return it. Violet Falvey got kind of handcuffed by that serve by Sophia Jordan, and the Cavaliers have a lead later here in this second set. Hello, 17-16, they're up. That one is in, an ace, a rare ace in this match. Sophia Jordan.
Not too many balls get by Maddie Fennison, the libero back there. That's, you know, the liberos have to start behind that line. They're in the backcourt.
18-16 as the Hollis Brookline chant goes up, but their serve, Sophia Jordan, who was doing so well, maybe a little bit too much adrenaline and excitement on that, knowing that she could have put her team up by 3, trying for another ace maybe. It goes long. 18-17, the Cavaliers still up by 1 as Bedford serves again, and this one is up in the air. Healy finds a spot.
Yes.
Wow, a nice changeup. And it's 18-all. Bedford retains serve. McKenna O'Connell.
Back to tied.
Race to 25, but trying to get to the 20-point plateau first. Cheyenne Colbert misses. Out to the right.
Rare miss for her.
Yeah,
she's
so
solid. Oh my gosh.
Right, hugely accurate. Most of the morning.
Whoa.
That one's going to go awry for Hollis Brookline. So it is the Bulldogs who once again get to the 20-point plateau first. Hollis Brookline calls the timeout. Not easy to be a volleyball official. You could become one if you have those fast eyes and reflexes. Become a high school sports official. It's an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official here in New Hampshire, please visit www.NHIAA.org. That's the New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association, NHIAA.org. You can find out how to become a sports official in the sport of your expertise. For Bill, it was volleyball, and also, what was the other one, Bill? Did you do other?
I'm sorry.
Did you officiate in other sports besides volleyball?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Primarily, number one would have been soccer, but I did baseball, softball, ice hockey.
You did baseball. That's right. You said that. Ice hockey. I guess the question I should have asked, what sport did you not officiate?
Basketball.
Basketball,
Basketball is the only sport. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Field hockey.
Right? And rugby? Oh, there's the point for Hollis Brookline. And they come out of the timeout with success. Cut it to a 1-point second set here, 20-19, and they got their MVP at the back line serving.
During that timeout, I shot down to ask a couple questions here to some of the fans. And it's interesting that one of the things that I discovered was a lot of the people here are not from Hollis. They're not from Bedford.
Really?
They are
winner, Lindsay Healy.
High school volleyball fans. They're from all over. It's amazing.
They know they're going to be getting a treat here this morning as far as quality of play. That's what it is, and we're seeing it. Lindsay Healy on serve, her team up 21-19. There's a big hit. Healy with the stop. The setup by McConnell. Riley O'Connell with the hardest hit of the match, and it's a point for Bedford. The velo on that, I'm going to say 85 plus. What a hit by Riley O'Connell. As boos raining down from the Hollis Brookline side. Not sure what that is about. Timeout by the Cavaliers, trailing 22-19, trying to salvage this second set, but they are in a bit of a hole here as Bedford only needs 3 points to secure the victory.
I wish we had, replay, and those of you that are listening to this right now, unfortunately you can't see it live to get the feeling right now, but when you watch this, you're going to see it. Did they read the statement before the NHIAA statement that says sportsmanship's important and we hope that everybody's going to respect the officials and everything else, but the boos we've had a couple times, and it's possibly somewhat justified in some way, shape, or form, because there have been a few questionable calls. Like there was that one, John,
that you mentioned,
and one that you said.
Yeah.
I think I was right. You were right, and certainly the Hollis fans agreed with you.
Yeah.
The one tough one was the ball that not just hit it fast, but very close to the feet of the linesman.
Right.
When the ball hits that line close, it's a very difficult call to make because you're so close to it. It's a different perspective and the time to look down.
Sure. That one's long. Was it deflected? They say it was.
Deflected.
And so it was deflected out of bounds by a Bulldog player, and it is a 22-20 second set. The Bulldogs do lead by 2, but the Cavaliers have served. The Cavaliers in a similar situation to where they were in the first set, needing to get 5 points to Bedford's 2 in order to steal this second set. Riley O'Connell, booming hit, returned on one try by Hollis Brookline. Cheyenne Colbert saves. And Schlunk is blocked at the net. Point continues. Schlunk again blocked at the net. They're going to set up Colbert, and that was too tough to handle. Cheyenne Colbert with an emotional pounding of the court after that huge winner. 22-21.
The celebrations after some of these points are just like what they're going through emotionally. This is their last, for many of them, last time on the court together.
Yes.
Last time as a high school volleyball player.
Cheyenne Colbert is, it's tied. Can you believe it? It's tied 22-22. Hollis Brookline trying to come back from 3 down late and take this race to 25 here in the second set.
I think I know why we've got so many fans from outside the two communities, the schools that are playing. Everybody anticipated they were going to see some unbelievable volleyball this morning.
It is special. The setup, Riley O'Connell off the top of the net cord. The setup, they get it over. And it's Bedford with the big hit. Riley O'Connell saved by Colbert, but it goes awry on the Bedford side. What a stunning turn. Hollis Brookline with serve, 2 points away from evening this match at 1 set apiece.
Absolutely amazing.
It is.
When I started broadcasting, somebody said to me, it may have been Bill Jennings, I'm not sure, our station director, owner, president, CEO, etc. I think he said you played, you coached, you reffed, and I added, and I was a parent in the stands for many sports. And this job would be easy, the easiest I ever had. But right now, the intensity, the drama that has built into this match this morning, it is unbelievable. I'm in awe.
It's breathtaking, but I gotta make sure it's not word taking, because I gotta I can't just sit here with my mouth open like I'm kind of tempted to about the quality of play. but it's just tremendous on both sides of the net. Cheyenne Colbert in this second set, how about it?
Cheyenne Colbert, by the way, I found the information. She's going to be playing basketball. She's got a basketball scholarship.
You're telling me she's better at basketball than volleyball? That's unbelievable. And so here we go. It's another point for the Cavaliers. They're one away. They're one away from getting this second set. Wrestling it away from the Bulldogs.
The majority of the Exeter fans are on their feet, and there's a question being asked by the Bedford coach.
Yeah, Anna McGann
sure
wants to know clarification. She must have got her clarification. Here's the serve by Hollis Brookline's Kate Berrigan. And the booming kill attempt is digged and slunk, deflected out of bounds. Hollis Brookline takes set number 2. It's a 1-1 match.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. This is the loudest gym that I've been in for many years, John. The atmosphere, oh my goodness. Teams switching sides now, chairs and everything else, and officials getting a break. 1-1. Who would have guessed this would be the situation here this morning?
Versatile too. We've seen her dig, set up, serve, kill, just non-stop.
To answer the question you asked,
MVP action to her.
I've never seen her play basketball, but she's got to be amazing.
She has to be.
No question about it.
Play basketball in college. Lindsay Healy, the setup, and almost kill by Hollis Brookline. We've seen so many great saves on high velocity attempts. Here's Cheyenne Colbert. It's deflected up in the air. Lindsay Healy fakes the jump, but not fooled to Virgilio for Hollis Brookline. The hit by the Cavaliers goes out. Bedford point. 3-2.
Yeah, John, what you just saw pointed out was how the Bedford forward, faked that spike, had her hand back, and ready to wind up and throw a fastball, and it didn't. Change up.
Maddie Fennessy, Cheyenne Colbert returns it. Boom, in. 3-3.
Elton John, known as the Rocket Man. And we got the Rocket Gal here. Oh, my goodness.
We do, and when you said Rocket Man, I immediately thought of Roger Clemens, and that was about a Roger Clemens fastball that we just saw. So that's an apropos nickname.
I would be willing to bet that she hits 100 miles an hour on that spike.
I'm not doubting. Lindsay Healy gets it over. Libero Maya Schneider set up at the front. Schlunk finds the court. What a good hit.
Great dive attempt by the libero for Bedford. Fennison just couldn't reach it.
Annette Schlunk. She's got good height. She's 5'10". She really didn't have to jump right there. Aimed it perfectly. Cheyenne Colbert back on serve. Look at that serve. Almost downhill over the court. Lindsay Healy gets blocked, and it went out of bounds, didn't it? No? I guess it was in.
No, must have dropped in.
Must have hit the line.
That defensive front for Hollis Brookline. Incredible.
Also could have been deflected out of bounds, too, by Bedford on the block by Hollis Brookline. Colbert's serves have been tough to handle. A good dig by Maya Schneider. The setup for Hollis Brookline, it's in. These Cavaliers are tough.
Doubled up, 6-3.
6-3 now. Hollis Brookline with the momentum after taking that second set coming from behind. Mary Faye Berrigan with the great hit there. Bedford trying to get their bearings. They need more from Lindsay, but she hits it long. And unfamiliar territory for Bedford right now. Down by 4, mid-set, 7-3. Cheyenne Colbert has been serving for a while back there.
Warning, here comes a pun. Bedford's got to dig deep to come back in this match now.
Got to find it again. Colbert again has that knack for hitting net cord on the way over. Lindsay Healy's deflected kill attempt is still alive for Hollis Brookline. Block and a point Too much velo from the Hollis Brookline side. Mary Faye Berrigan secures a point, and Cheyenne Colbert doesn't want to give that ball up on serve. 8-3. One more point for Bedford and Hollis Brookline. I think Bedford's going to need a timeout. Lindsay Healy, big hit. What do we have? Points for Bedford. Must have been a net hit by the Cavaliers.
Not sure whether it was carry or net hit.
Maybe.
Not positive, sorry.
It was away from where we're all looking, which was the ball. And back on serve for the first time in a while. Bedford, and it goes right into the net. Unforced error. 9-4, 5-point lead for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Bedford's not been in this position that I'm aware of this season. I don't know about last season either. They have to come back. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tough on the coaches, the parents right now as well. But
Lindsay
there's a
Healy
point.
Penetrates the shield, the blockade of Hollis Brookline, and gets the point for Bedford. 9-5. Bedford trailing by 4 with serve. Big lead for Hollis Brookline. And that one is in. They maintain that big lead. Doubling up. Bedford 10-5. The Cavaliers on top. Wow, if Hollis Brookline, of course, in any volleyball match where it's 1-1, the winner of the third set has a huge advantage. And Hollis Brookline sees Bedford call a timeout, and it's hard to stifle a celebration at this point. The momentum is all on the Cavaliers side. And Bedford's going to find themselves with their backs squarely up against a wall in their attempt at a three-peat championship if they drop this third set. But right now, they don't have it going on, and they got to find it pretty quick.
One of the advantages, I'm not going to say it's an advantage for Bedford, but I don't know the Hollis coach and the relationship, but having had an opportunity to get to know Coach McGann for Bedford, you know, one of the things that she's talked about is how she needs to have those players feel that same passion for winning and believing that they're the best, believing that they can win. And, you know, a timeout like that, just to remind them of what she's been doing and what they've been doing, the players have been doing, that they can do it. Have that self-confidence that they can come back. 10-5, tough one. Tough place to have to come back from, John. Here we go.
Hollis Brookline serve is a good one. Riley O'Connell with authority. Great dig, Maya Schneider. Abby Schlunk blocked.
Double hit.
Double hit. And so it is a Bedford point on the official's call of the violation. 10-6, now a 4-point lead still for the Cavaliers, but Bedford earns serve back. McKenna O'Connell down the middle and blocked at the net. Lana McCarthy, who we haven't called her name in a while, center net. She needs to become the force that she always is for this team as they try to get back, right the ship here in set number 3, trailing 10-7. Sophia Jordan on the setup for Abby Schlunk. Good dig back line by Bedford. The setup again for Schlunk. She's going to get it over with velo. Lana McCarthy gets down and gets it up in the air and over the net. Big hit, block. Lana McCarthy, huge on that point.
They're coming back. Maybe that little timeout worked. Right stuff.
Yeah, you put Lana McCarthy front and center in any volleyball match, and the odds are suddenly in your favor again, it appears. Cheyenne Colbert is heard from, but double hit called against Hollis Brookline, and suddenly the momentum shifts a little bit. You can feel it. 10-9. Bulldogs trail by 1, but will have serve and a chance to tie this third set up. 1-1 in the match so far in sets. Cheyenne Colbert, a changeup. Good diving play by McKenna O'Connell. to get that up off the court. The setup, and Schlunk is blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers point. Alana McCarthy got over there, but couldn't quite direct her block back in play. 11-9 Cavaliers, but we do have a much tighter third set right now, since Lana McCarthy took charge in the middle.
Beautiful serve.
Lindsay Healy does a nice job setting up for Riley O'Connell. That one goes into the stratosphere. It is still alive, though, off the rafters. Getting it over was Cheyenne Colbert. Lana McCarthy puts it away.
John, you said a few minutes ago that Lana McCarthy, you hadn't said her name. In the very beginning of the game, she had one of the best, defensive plays with a block, and now she's back. Right after you said that, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you, John.
Well, it's hard to miss her, Bill. Right there, I'm sure Hollis Brookline's aware of Lana's presence now. Good save by Bedford to keep it alive. It's contested at the net. Lana McCarthy again there, intimidating. Colbert just gets it over. The setup for Riley O'Connell. Lots of power, too much distance, and it's a point for the Cavaliers. So Bedford hits it too long. 12-10, Hollis Brookline keeping a little bit of distance between themselves and Bedford as they climb towards 25 here in set 3. Lana McCarthy off of a block, still alive. Cheyenne Colbert, and it's blocked out of bounds. Cheyenne Colbert reasserts herself. The emotion.
Some of my golf partners talk about distance and direction, D&D. Right there, same thing. The trying to direct the ball in the right place with the control, though, so you don't have the bad distance.
And that time, Lana McCarthy gets it through, penetrates the defense at the net of the Cavaliers as the ball finds an open space on the court. A 13-11 third set right now. Bulldogs serving, trailing 2. Sophia Jordan sets it up. Cheyenne Colbert deflected in. And it is another 3-point lead for the Cavaliers as they inch their way up toward taking this all-important third set. Sophia Jordan back on serve for the Cavaliers.
Substitution in this match is so critical, to have the right player in the right place as the coach is seeing what's happening.
Maya Schneider, the libero, saved that one back line, and that's a mishit off Lindsay Healy. Point Cavaliers, 4-point lead for Hollis Brookline, 15-11 here in the third set in a match that's tied 1-1.
High level of play when the attacker sees that little bit of space, a place to put the ball where it's not going to come back over the net.
Sophia Jordan with that consistent jump serve. And Lana McCarthy's big hit is blocked by Cheyenne Colbert. Wow. Inbounds, inside the line. Is it a 5-point lead for Hollis Brookline here, 16-11. This is slipping away from Bedford here in the third set. They need a shift of mojo. Sophia Jordan, nice low serve. 17-11. Sophia Jordan is on a roll.
Energy and momentum is what I see coming from Hollis Brookline right now, the Cavaliers.
Yeah. And their fans are into it too.
Confidence.
In between points.
They feel a win, John. They feel it.
They do. They've had enough of them, 16-2. That one of those 2 losses was to Bedford, but Bedford in trouble here, trailing by 18-11. As that point went to Ms. Berrigan, Mary Fay. Spells it with a Mary, F-E-I. Beautiful first name for Mary Fay Berrigan. Sophia Jordan on a roll here on serve. That jinxed her, puts it into the net, 18-12. A 6-point Hollis Brookline lead, and Cheyenne Colbert team MVP, team captain, is sure to congratulate Sophia Jordan despite that unforced error for a great run on serve. Gives her team a huge lead, and now Bedford's got to claw their way back into this third set if they can, trailing 18-12. And we have a timeout down on the court for something or other.
A few minutes ago, the Hollis Brookline coach picked something up along her sideline over there, and then noticed there was something else out there.
I'll tell you what's up out there is gold. It's volleyball gold. And Hollis Brookline is supplying about 60% of it right now. They are up 19-12. A determined, energetic Hollis Brookline volleyball squad. Lindsay Healy, good hit. Nice attempt by Maya Shia to dig it, but it goes out of bounds.
Get to within 6 points. If somebody asked me how long do you think this match will take, I'd say a little over an hour or so. It's going to be more on the so side of this.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for an NFL playoff game here as far as time.
Ooh.
Out of bounds.
Just touched off the fingertips there.
By a Bedford player, and first to 20. Bedford is trailing. Hollis Brookline's first to 20, 20-13, and it does not look good for Bedford right now in the third set, trailing by 7, and that serve goes long. Stranger things have happened, especially with a team of the quality of the Bedford Bulldogs, but they got to come all the way back here and score 11 points before Hollis Brookline gets 5. On serve now for Bedford. Lindsay Healy. Lindsay gets a piece of that one, and it's spiked right at the net. Hollis Brookline celebrating, getting to point number 21. That was number 25, Abby Hoffpower with the hit. Cheyenne Colbert continues to do it all. She just got down and wiped a slippery spot with her jersey. Good save by Bedford to get it over. The libero, Maddie Fennessy, from distance. Abby Schlunk's attempted winner is blocked. She tries again, and it's over. That seemed to will itself through the net almost, over to the other side. Abby Schlunk, and a timeout, Bedford, in a third set that may have become a lost cause. 22-14. Hollis Brookline in command of this not only third set, but the match right now. Amazing.
Unbelievable. I can see Bedford coming back.
Yep.
However, you're looking at they need to score 11 points to make that happen. And Cavaliers just 3 points from moving this to a 2-1 match here this morning.
The Hollis Brookline Cavaliers girls volleyball team have converted Pinkerton Academy into their house this morning. It just has that feel with their fans and the way they started this match. Despite losing that opening set, they had a big lead that Bedford erased early. Bedford had a pretty sizable lead in set number 2. At one point, they were up 3 late, 22-19. And I'm sure it has never happened to this 18-0 team that they were up 22-19 and lost a set as they did in set number 2 here. And Hollis Brookline really hasn't given up the momentum since then, since winning that second set. They are on the cusp of winning set 3 here and going up 2-1. That's long. That's a Bedford point, 22-15.
Incredibly smart point not to touch the ball that's going out, especially when you need points and you're taking a chance on letting it go and you're down like they are. They need 10 now.
Caitlin Duquette on serve. Caitlin serves a good one. Cheyenne Colbert in. That was one they did not want to let go. And libero Maddie Fennessy wasn't out there. She probably would have helped on that. The judgment call play. Cheyenne Colbert, big winner for her team. They're just 2 points away from taking a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, the only player that can be subbed without any limitations whatsoever is the libero. And
DiVirgilio's serve is just barely returned by the Bulldogs. Oh, a no-looker! A no-look shot by Sophia Jordan, who pulls out a Patrick Mahomes move. We saw that in the semifinal. I said the opponent for Bedford might write that down, and they did with that play by Sophia Jordan. It was perfectly timed. There was nobody there in the middle. Lana McCarthy with authority, but it gets blocked. Point continues, a set point for the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers, up 24-15. The setup. Colbert, could she do it? It's up in the air. Lindsay Healy saved it. Riley O'Connell gets it over. Long point here. The suspense. They keep it alive. Longest point of the match, I want to say. And who else? Cheyenne Colbert with a point that may have led the way to a victory here. An upset in the championship match. Remember that. Cheyenne Colbert got that set-winning point right there. The MVP for Hollis Brookline has her team 1 set away from an upset in the championship match. Hollis Brookline leads it 2-1.
Hollis seems to have everything here. The majority of their student body in support. The only thing they don't have is their pep band, if they have one over there. But the spirit and what's going on the court, I'm looking forward to watching this and replaying some of the play for both sides. The blocks, service, the digs, amazing play. That one save in that last set where it looked like the ball was clearly, it almost hung up in the rafters. It wasn't going to come down. And when it did, the rally kept on going with a great play.
Here's the thing that is an X factor in this, Bill. We are watching Cheyenne Colbert with a championship match for the ages. She's a senior. This will be her last volleyball match, as you smartly found out that she's going to play basketball in college. She is going out, if she can help it, on top. She wants this championship more than anything. You can tell the way she's playing and the way she's leading her team. Lindsay Healy, Lana McCarthy, we talked about this hugely talented Bedford team, one of the best in program history. A lot of juniors, one senior, right?
Yes.
The need to win, the want to win is there, but the need to win as a senior, your last game, you'll never forget it.
I wonder how many of the prior years, the Bedford, the Bulldog players that graduated last year, because there were the 6 seniors, 5 were starters. And how many of them are here today? No idea, or watching. But the feeling, like you said, when they were on the winning side of that net last year, and now those underclassmen replacing them out on the court in this situation, my heart's breaking for the Bedford side.
Yes.
While I am thoroughly impressed with what we're seeing from Hollis Brookline, it's amazing. But technically, both sides of the net have been outstanding.
Oh, tremendous.
Absolute, the skill levels.
I'm counting the seniors for Hollis Brookline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Led by Cheyenne Colbert, Sophia Jordan, Mary Faye Berrigan, Anneli DiVirgilio, Rachel Shepard, Abby Huffpower, all seniors who are making an impact in this championship game, the last volleyball game they'll play in high school. This Bedford team is going to dominate next year. They will be seniors next year. Look out. But this could be Hollis Brookline squad's time to shine and interrupt a brilliant run by this Bedford team. That said, this match is not over. Let's see what happens in set number 4. If Bedford can win this, set 5 becomes a race to 15, does it not, Bill? 15 points in the 5th set?
I believe so.
Oh, this could get really interesting. And as a broadcaster rooting for close matches, you got to feel, hey, Bedford, maybe win this one. Let's see what happens in set 5. They got to get there first. Huge momentum on the part of Hollis Brookline right now and their star, Cheyenne Colbert. 1-0. Bedford leads with serve to start this 4th set. That's a point for Hollis Brookline. A bit of a change up there on the pushover by Abby Schlunk. She's a junior. She'll be back next season playing volleyball for the Cavaliers as one of their best players.
In the Bedford program for next year, keep in mind that the Bedford JVs, freshman and middle school teams all won state championships this season.
Wow.
They've won 3 out of 4.
The pipeline is secure. So the Cavaliers on serve here in the person of Anneli DiVirgilio has her team up 2-1. Anneli's a great server. She has been on a roll a few times in this match. That is a point for the Bulldogs. Lana McCarthy making her presence felt up in the middle.
I'm sure that Cheyenne's going to be on a volleyball court sometime, but if she's playing at a D1 school on a basketball team, I'm sure she's going to be told, please stay off the volleyball court.
Cheyenne Colbert.
Mention the name, and there she goes. Another amazing kill.
Truly.
Unplayable by one of the Bedford stars, Maddie Fessenden, the libero.
Bedford had a scramble, and they don't get it back over the net. A little dissembled, a little flustered, no doubt. Trailing 4-2 here early in the 4th set. Hollis Brookline leads the match 2-1. Lana McCarthy's big hit is blocked. Returned by Bedford. Cheyenne Colbert. Enough said. (5-2) Cavaliers. And good save by, well, it went out of bounds, but there's a point for Bedford. They need to claw back into this 4th set as Lana McCarthy goes and rotates out. So her presence will be missed for the moment as libero Maddie Fennessy goes back to serve for the Bulldogs. Good serve just inside the line, even better dig by the Bulldogs. And that one's out of bounds off of Hollis Brookline. So staying on serve is Fennessy.
1 point again.
Yeah, 1 point game. Chance to tie it up for Bedford here. Cheyenne Colbert, great setup. And the kill attempt blocked, returned. And Lindsay Healy with a nice change-up at the top of her leap. I don't know if she mistimed her leap and adjusted or she did that on purpose, but the net effect was brilliance to the open court. We're tied at 5. And back on serve goes Maddie Fennessy. Another quality and consistent serve from her. Cheyenne Colbert with a hard hit. And Riley O'Connell back there to get it. And the return block, was that Sophia Jordan playing big at the net?
They've gotten quite a few points off that defensive block.
Sophia Jordan listed at 5'7", played like a 6-footer right there up against the powerful spike of Lindsay Healy. Jordan on serve right down the middle. Riley O'Connell, McKenna. Cheyenne Colbert, great dig by Maddie Fennessy. High level. Colbert just gets it over. And a point for the Bulldogs. They had a double hit.
Double hit, yeah.
6-6, we're tied, and Bulldogs with the advantage now on serve in the race to 25. Bulldogs need this set to keep their season alive. Hollis Brookline on the cusp of a championship. Dig that one out from below the net. Point continues. Big hit by Lindsay. Maya Schneider got it, and it's a violation against somebody up at the net. I believe that's what happens when the official on the ladder holds up a uniform number after a whistle like that. He's saying that that particular player committed the violation, I think.
Yes.
So it is a 7-6 lead for the Bulldogs. They've come back to lead in this fourth set. Great touch by Lindsay Healy. She's changing it up now. She's regaining her confidence up front.
And there are two signals that are very similar, and sometimes I'm missing them. One is a position violation, and the net.
Sure.
They're both open hands, and I can't tell which is which sometimes the way this guy's signaling that.
Poking one deep, Lindsay Healy. Libero able to collect it, and another point for the Bulldogs. Timeout, Hollis Brookline.
No surprise. I've got to get in here a correction to what I said that 3 years ago I thought it was Hollis Brookline. It was actually Nashua South that won that state championship. Bedford's won the last two, but what I did not even know until just now, I just looked it up. 2015, 16, 17, 18. 4 consecutive D1 Hollis Brookline state championships.
There you go.
Bedford's had 2 in the last 10 years. Bedford also, though, has, I believe, made it to the tournament every year since Coach McCann's been here.
The Division II championship contenders are in the house, waiting the winner of this one. They could be waiting a while, depending on what transpires here.
An hour and a half has gone by now, John. An hour and a
Division
half.
III. Thank you, Andrew Fenn, our cameraman, aware of the schedule here at Pinkerton Academy.
In this gym tomorrow, I don't know who exactly will be here, but it's a girls' high school spirit state event. Pinkerton is hosting a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, as I saw from the Wall of Champions, they've been state champions in spirit as well, fall spirit, as recently as 2016. Big hit. No! A change-up, Cheyenne Colbert, and not fooled was Maddie Fennessy. She's able to dive and get that. Point continues. Violet Falvey gets it over. Violet hasn't been in the flow of play for a while. She got hit in the face earlier, and we hope she's okay. Hollis Brookline finds open court inside the line, and they cut the Bedford lead to 2 as Cheyenne Colbert goes back on serve. Could be bad news for Bedford. Cheyenne Colbert had a terrific run on serve in that hugely impressive third set win. There's a dig. And Bedford would love to get the serve away from Colbert as soon as they could. Hollis Brookline with other ideas. The setup, Healy, and what a big attempt by Colbert. Goes out of bounds, and it is a winner for Lindsay Healy. One of umpteen million in her young career. She's a junior. She goes back to serve. Player of the Year, Hollis Brookline, MVP. Or maybe co-MVP. I'm sure Lana McCarthy and Riley O'Connell have had their share in the spotlight for this team in the brief time I've been able to see them here in the playoffs. Just a joy to watch. Ooh. That's an unforced error there for Lindsay Healy, and that lets the Cavaliers creep to within 2 and get serve back.
I hate to see that.
Yeah, you want to see
the pressure, you know,
people earn their points, right?
Yeah.
Kate Berrigan on serve.
In some sports, unless you're serving, you don't get points. But
all right,
again, that's the second time. The second time here
that we've seen both teams back to back. Yeah, unforced
into
errors.
The net.
At this level of play, it's unusual.
Pressure.
Yeah,
like you said it.
Trying to maybe be a little too fine. Caitlin Duquette, the jump serve's a good one. Cheyenne Colbert starts the return. Back line. Caitlin Duquette. Lana McCarthy. They just get it over. Bedford with the setup. Abby Schlunk is at the net, and it is a point for Hollis Brookline as one of the Bedford players apparently reached over.
Goodness.
Anna McGann doesn't like it, but I believe it was a touch by the Bedford player just over the net cord. Sort of like goaltending in basketball, Bill, is what I saw.
And Coach McGann asked the captain to go over and speak to the referee about that. The only two players that can address the coach and the captain, only two people that can talk to a referee. Otherwise, it's a violation.
It was an unfortunate touch, if it was in fact a touch, because it was going to fall, I think, on the Hollis Brookline side of the net had a Bedford player never touched it, but they might have reached over just a tad. Hollis Brookline point, it's a 2-point fourth set, 11-9. Hollis Brookline trying to make it a 1-point fourth set. Point continues. Riley O'Connell trying to find some open court in the back line, but the libero is there, and that one goes awry for Bedford. It is a 1-point set, 11-10 for Hollis Brookline on serve. They could tie it up with a point here. On serve, Lindsay Healy does a good job of setting that up. They get it over. Cheyenne Colbert. And hot potato there for Lindsay Healy. We are in fact tied at 11-11. On a roll on serve for the Cavaliers is Malaya Colina. Doing a great job back there. 5'7" junior. Jump serve. Deep middle, and what a good decision by Maddie Fennessy. That was out by, I think, the length of a ball, which is what, 7 inches, 8 inches wide? I mean, that was a great call.
I'm going to have to talk about this real quick because the flag went up to indicate out of bounds, and the
it was out of bounds. I thought, did you?
The head official, though, signaled.
Okay. I guess he ceded to the line judge that had it out of bounds.
I don't know why he pointed the other direction.
Right.
Nonsensical.
Riley O'Connell, booming hit, returned somehow by Hollis Brookline for the moment, not able to get it back over the net.
One of the few areas that certainly.
Well, how about this? Cheyenne Colbert has kind of taken a back seat here in this fourth set. Is it possible that she's a little tired?
She's played so hard. Wow.
Bedford.
And 2 or 3 of the points in this game.
They need Cheyenne Colbert to rise up again, and I feel like she's maybe catching her breath here a little bit in this fourth set.
Yep.
She's been a force for about an hour and a half, and it's maybe taking its toll a little bit. There's an unforced error. 2-point fourth set here. Bulldogs still lead 14-12. Hollis Brookline gets served back.
These are young girls under tons of pressure.
Yes.
You know, not just the physical, the mental part of this and everything. And,
sure.
In the spotlight with all these spectators. Wow.
Yeah. So evenly matched.
Oh, wow. An era.
Yeah, Maddie Fennessy kind of was in between about how to play it.
Yeah.
It played her. As baseball infielders know that term, you can't let the ball play you.
One of the hardest ball positions to have to play, right into your face.
Yes, and that one goes off to the right as well. Both teams showing a little bit of mental fatigue here in the fourth set. Understandable.
And we're tied 14-14.
Oh, boy. 14-14.
How many times have we been tied? We need a statistician just to keep that.
Yeah, it's got to be like some kind of record. There's a push over the net, a well-placed ball. Lana McCarthy, great decision, good court vision. Wins the point back and the serve back for her team. Puts Bedford back up by 1 midway through this fourth set, 15-14. Bedford with the advantage for the moment. Riley O'Connell serve is back line. They decide to play it. Cheyenne Colbert, deflected shot. Up in the air, Lindsay Healy, good return by Bedford. And the get it over nearly catches Hollis Brookline off guard, and that's out of bounds off Colbert. So it is a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs, 16-14.
Two of the hits in that rally were somewhat blind. The player was not facing the other court when they made it, but they made great plays. Another one.
Maddie Fennessy with a dig. Lindsay Healy gets it over, almost caught off guard. The Cavaliers, Colbert trying to find open court, gets deflected out of bounds. And now the momentum has swung to your undefeated Bedford Bulldogs here in the fourth set.
That needs this one. First time all season that they need to win the game.
Right,
excuse me.
Or it's over. 17-14. Colbert, Healy keeps it going. Fennessy to Colbert, she'll just get it over. And it's a great placement by Lindsay Healy, not trying to do too much, just keeping the point alive, wins it for her team, and it's a 4-point lead getting late here in the fourth set with Bedford up 18-14 and on serve.
One of the things that I kind of like about volleyball is that the winner's going to be determined by the same type of play that you see for after 2 hours or whatever, however it's long once we get there. Take soccer. If last night's game in a soccer match had gone into overtime and they were still tied.
Don't say those ugly words.
I know.
Penalty kick?
Penalty kicks.
Yes.
I
know, but that's what, I so do too.
The other sport that I don't like the way it ends is baseball. You know why? Time. You're a base umpire working a baseball game or watching one of those games that goes to 14, 15, 16, 17 innings and few hits, no runners on base. Everybody's bored. This is going to be...
Well, I think what you mean in baseball is how it doesn't end.
How it doesn't, yeah.
But I get it. Riley O'Connell on serve for Bedford, leading 18-14. Riley would love to go on a little streak here and get past the 20-point plateau against this tough Hollis Brookline team that is up in the match 2-1. Colbert, the biggest reason why, gets it over. And the big hit, libero at the back line. Colbert with the winner. It's been a while, but Cheyenne reasserts herself.
Bedford can decide where to put the ball on the other side of the net, how to try to avoid hitting the ball to her, but that's not the key. Hitting over to her isn't the worst thing. It's the fact that the Hollis side, they're giving the ball after one or two touches to Colbert to finish.
Maya Schneider, the libero for Hollis Brookline, who served this point, keeps it alive. Lindsay Healy's attempted kill is blocked.
Great save.
Healy just gets it over. Colbert's waiting. She gets the setup, and it's deflected off of a Bedford player. It's Hollis Brookline's point. It's a 2-point difference is all as Hollis Brookline continues on serve, trailing 18-16. Colbert rising up again as a presence in this fourth set, and the point total rising in unison for Hollis Brookline.
As in any sport, it's hard to have one player that you really need to be the one that can step up and do magic.
Wow,
both
great
of these
save, Riley O'Connell, and a high velo shot by Colbert. Colbert now setting up her teammate, gets it back, and almost puts it away. Instead,
Maddie play.
Fennessy. Riley O'Connell over. Colbert's going to get it back. Oh, no, it's her teammate, and it was kind of a change-up for Bedford. It is a 1-point set.
At the higher levels, college ball and up, you see a lot of different players fainting that they're going to be the one that are going to make the hit, and somebody else does.
And it was Kate Berrigan, full effect. Great shot by Kate to win the point. Lana McCarthy, huge velocity. Somehow, Hollis Brookline returns it. Now trying the soft serve approach. Bedford scrambling, and it is out of bounds. A hard-fought point for Bedford. They get served back as they try to clamber up to the 20-point plateau first. It's 19-17. Bedford's on serve. Lana McCarthy will earn a rest.
Whenever you watch this game, remember that when the score was 19-17 in the fourth set. Yes. That was one of the best rallies in history.
Oh, here is the deja vu. You remember, it was 22-19, and
yes,
Bedford had a 3-point advantage late in the third set. They ended up losing to Hollis Brookline, who took control of the match, up 2-1. And now Bedford's had a 3-point lead late in this one, and they're in danger of losing it. It's 19-18. Bedford with Hollis Brookline on serve. The point. Cheyenne Colbert, big hit. Riley O'Connell, Colbert. Berrigan. Fennessy, Healy, good dig, Schneider. Long point here, and it's in. The winner. Was that Berrigan again? 19-all. Kate Berrigan buries it, and now Hollis Brookline is 6 points away from a state championship. Bedford needs to go on a run here, and they call on Lindsay Healy. Who else? As the ball ends up in the rafters off of a Hollis Brookline player. Great power shot by Lindsay Healy. Riley O'Connell will go back line.
If this was tennis, it would be add in for Bedford.
Oh boy.
1 point. Let's see if that holds.
Right. There's the serve. Great dig. Virgilio. Wow, what a high velo shot. McKenna was right there, getting the ball back over. And now blocked at the net, still alive. Colbert, and Colbert saves the point. Not only did she react in time, but she found a weak spot, deep line, 20-20.
Another rally of the week for rewind it.
Wow, I know. Well, hindsight is 20/20, and that's where we're at near in the fourth set. And what happened there? It's going to be Bedford point. Every call huge right now. Could determine a state championship. Bulldogs up 21-20 here in the fourth set. They need to win this fourth set, or the season ends, and Hollis Brookline's the champion. Lindsay Healy on serve. It's a good one. Schlunk is going to hit this one in the middle. Maddie Fennessy with a great setup for Riley O'Connell. The libero Schneider is back there. Colbert long. Out. 22-20. Bulldogs up by 2 in the race to 25. And back on serve goes Lindsay Healy. They want the ball in her hands in this situation. Pressure on the junior here. Good serve down the middle. Schneider plops it up. And there's the pushover. Point continues. Riley O'Connell, Colbert, great dig. Ball up in the air for Schlunk. She puts it down the middle. Healy puts it up in the right side just to get it over for Bedford. And Schlunk with hard authority. It's deflected out of bounds. It's Hollis Brookline's point. It's a 1-point fourth set once again.
So difficult to see some of those little deflections, the little teeny tiny touch. And I know you mentioned, John, about, we need more volleyball officials. We need more in every sport, especially, good young officials to work their way up.
Yes. With
the aging of the officials and the speed of this game.
The hits down the middle. Fennessy, good setup. Riley O'Connell, what velo. Hit a little bit of net cord. Had some spin, about 90 miles per out of bounds off Hollis Brookline. And Bedford inching closer to that 25-point mark. They won the first set. They lost the next 2. And they need to win this fourth set to keep the match alive.
Coach McGann going with her best servers for this.
Schlunk. Block. Lana McCarthy back in. The force in the middle. Great block. Directed it to open court. Wins the point for her team. 1 point away. This is game point for the Bulldogs here in set number 4.
Would often come back in on this, but with this server here, Coach McCann's going with her for the victory here.
Caitlin Duquette into the net.
I shouldn't have spoken that, I guess. That's bad luck, eh?
I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming the pressure.
Andrew's looking at me like,
yeah.
Bill.
Boy, 24-22. Bedford needs one more point Hollis Brookline can smell a championship if they reel off three in a row here, and they take the title. Four, yeah. Up in the air. O'Connell in. What a shot. What a clutch shot. Fourth set belongs to the Bedford Bulldogs. Riley O'Connell with the winner.
And something uncommon for both of these teams. It's kind of interesting. The referee just had to let them both know they were starting to switch sides. Normally you do that after each game. You switch sides, but you don't for the fifth game.
Set.
You don't.
A fifth set that Hollis Brookline, I don't think Hollis Brookline or Bedford has seen a fifth set this season, right?
No, not
when Hollis Brookline played Bedford earlier in the season, it did not go 5 sets, did it?
Correct. And yet, if you look at all of the games played by all the teams, not just these two, there were a lot of the teams under the top 4 who their matches, a lot of them went to 3-2.
Routinely.
Yes, a lot of them did.
Yeah.
The majority did, I believe.
But it's rare air
not
for Hollis Brookline and
or
Bedford.
Londonderry or Exeter.
Or Exeter, the top 4 teams.
Top 4 teams are
and it kind of makes sense about how these two teams
3-0, 3-1.
Right, operate. Wow, you know, part of me wanted the fifth set between these two teams. It seems only fitting, and part of me was worried if my voice would hold up, because this is just tremendous volleyball, tremendous. And both of these programs doing themselves proud here at Pinkerton Academy. John Collins along with Bill Klein, our cameraman Andrew Fenn, glued to the action here so as not to miss the exciting conclusion of this 2022 Girls Division I State Championship match between Bedford Bulldogs, they're on the screen to your right, everybody's wearing the same colors, and on the left, Hollis Brookline Cavaliers. What a treat it has been to do this game. If you're enjoying this, check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Roku or soon-to-be Apple TV. You can also watch via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. I don't know if it's as big as the scoreboards here, but hopefully you watch them. You have a big screen at home, Bill, in the man cave?
We do. We've got
a
couple. Our crew.
It's a good point.
Crew.
Andrew Fenn is getting nervous. He's got to be in Wyndham in no time flat for the 2 p.m. Bedford football kickoff of their 2022 playoff run at 2 p.m. We're going to do a quick wrap. It's going to be tough to summarize this. Well, actually, you know, it speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself.
But yeah, we'll do that.
We may not. Will we be able to show the championship, the placement? Okay.
So that's a 2 p.m. football game that you will see here on live coverage, Channel 23, HD 1072, YouTube, and Bedford 105.1 will be your avenues to watch live playoff football. Bedford at Wyndham at 2 o'clock this afternoon. What a sports Saturday we have on Bedford CTV.
And I told my daughter that I was going to be on the football field to watch my grandson's final flag.
So you have to get over.
No, flag football.
Where's that?
In Londonderry.
Good luck.
Not as far as Andrew and
drive
Bill
safely,
Jennings have
Bill.
to go.
Okay.
I may miss it.
I'm all out of goosebumps. I don't know about you. I got to look. I didn't bring any of my my broadcaster kit. It's from the opening Olympic theme when these two teams came out here. The Olympic theme. And now, you know what? They lived it up. They lived up to the Olympic theme.
They certainly did.
And everybody's not going to get a gold medal today, but they should.
It's unfortunate that one of these teams has to accept the second place out of, I don't know how many teams are in Division I, 16, 18 teams or something like that. But it just, the 1 and 2 teams, here they are, 1 versus 2.
So do you think everybody in the venue knows it's a race to 25 right now? They don't change the rule on that for the 15. Playoffs, right? That's right. I'm sorry. Race to 15. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's 15.
Race to 15.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
It stays the same as the regular season, right? Here we go. And that one almost hits to the face. What a great kill attempt by Bedford. Cheyenne Colbert with high velocity, and this is going to be returned as well. Every point so huge in the race to 15, and the first one goes to Riley O'Connell and Bedford, picking up where they left off in the fourth set. And Bedford took the first and fourth, and Hollis Brookline took the second and third sets to get us here.
This gym is packed even more now because you've got the teams for the next match that have arrived, the parents and everybody else. Oh my goodness!
Ooh, don't want to see that. In the fifth set, it falls. It is Hollis Brookline's point.
Lack of communication, just one little error, but it's so important.
That was so perfectly placed between four players, I almost don't blame them. 1-1. They didn't want to crack heads. That one falls
ace, service
untouched.
ace.
A service ace, 2-1. The Cavaliers.
We haven't seen that many service aces, John.
Very few.
The national record, I'm not exactly sure what it is for girls volleyball, but it's unbelievable. It's something like 90 consecutive service aces that
some girl out in the Midwest that had some ridiculously quality service game. That is deflected out of bounds. All right, it was out of bounds off of Hollis Brookline, I should say. So
tied.
We're tied at 2.
Tied to 2.
Bedford back on serve. Riley O'Connell. It's in. It is in.
Another ace.
Wow. We go to the Wimbledon replay cam, and it hits the line. It hits the chalk.
You serve us an ace, I'm going to serve an ace back to you there.
Wow, that's true. We just saw back-to-back aces. Much better than unforced errors back-to-back.
Oh.
The dig, Cheyenne Colbert. Great dig by Maddie Fennessy. Lindsay Healy, with authority. Lindsay Healy.
2-point lead now.
A kill inside the back line. Great court vision by Lindsay in a clutch situation, to say the least. Fifth set of the state championship match. That one is in.
Just the little dink touch shot over the net by Colbert there. The
Cheyenne
changed
Colbert,
it up. Bedford's been able to, control her spikes lately.
Yeah, they've kept her touches more limited lately. Lana McCarthy trying to find an open spot. Somehow the diving Maya Schneider keeps it alive. And it is a point. I think Cheyenne Colbert assumed that the point was gone, had already gone to Hollis Brookline, and she stopped playing the point and caught the ball and then looked with consternation at the official. They're going to talk it over.
Yeah, I'm not sure
what did she see?
I really don't know what it was, because the coach immediately told her captain to go over and talk to the referee. The players can play the ball out of bounds.
Unless somebody saw it,
I think it's is it a replay? What was the score, John? Was it 5-3?
Boy. I thought it was 4-3 Bulldogs, but
who served last?
I hope the score's right. It says 5-3. Now it says 4-3 Bulldogs. Are they going to make it 4-4? Very confusing turn of events right there. That's when you wish the officials were mic'd. Good dig and a get it over by Bedford to keep this point alive. And Berrigan long on the shot. She's been so effective, but a little bit too much adrenaline behind that one. Gives the Bulldogs a 2-point lead and serve in the race to 15 to decide the state championship.
Second time it's been a 5-3 score in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, right. Yeah, with the officials changing their mind there a moment ago. Maddie Fennessy, good serve. And just getting it over. And Maddie Fennessy with a MVP libero-type performance here.
Nice.
Gets it over to the Bulldogs. Maya Schneider just hammers it down the middle. Riley O'Connell is there. Lindsay Healy trying to find some open court. DiVorgilio keeps it alive. Whistle before Cheyenne Colbert hits it. And it is a point for the Bulldogs, who stay on serve up 6-3.
Didn't see a signal from the officials. Did you notice anything?
Yeah, no.
I didn't see whether it was a net or double hit.
Right. Every point magnified here in the fifth set. Good dig by Hollis Brookline. Cheyenne Colbert wants this championship as a senior playing her last volleyball game. Big hit. Somehow Bedford keeps it alive. Colbert again, top volume, but again a block by Bedford. Good dig, to say the least. They get it over. Still alive. How is this point still alive? Healy. How did Bedford win that? That is a point that wins championships right there. Timeout, Hollis Brookline. I don't believe what I just saw.
Oh, Miss Healy. Oh, my goodness. What an absolutely incredible spike.
Bill, you saw the moment in that point where it didn't look like Bedford was going to be able to get it back over the net. Desperation, falling backwards underneath the net. They get it over, keep the point alive, and then Healy puts it away.
Save, spike, dig, block, bing,
oh my
bing,
God.
bing, 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 bing.
Human
bing, bing.
pinball action out here at its finest. The girls volleyball state championship match is coming down to the wire. They always say to the wire. That's a horse racing term, right?
I believe so.
I mean, it's coming down to the last point here
the tail at the tape.
Pinkerton Academy.
You know, last night I was thinking, that
let's hope there's not a controversial call on the last point.
No,
we've had our share of them tonight, but I mean, in any hotly contested match, in almost any sport, you're going to have that.
But John, I'll follow up on that first, and something else I might have a chance to say is that what you want the call made right. If an error is made, and if it's correctable, it's nice to see these officials huddle up, talk, and make it right.
Yes.
So, hopefully they made that right.
Yes.
And I believe they probably did. But in some sports, it's done, it's kind of crazy, or it's not done at all.
Served by Maddie Fennessy, up 7-3 in the race to 15. Colbert is just out. Was it deflected?
No.
Point by Bedford.
No.
Hollis Brookline thought it might have been deflected out of bounds.
Halfway there, more than halfway there. They're over the halfway mark.
Yes,
going
8-3. Wow, Bedford's keeping Hollis Brookline scoring low, which could be the difference. Colbert needs to score some points, but Bedford finding a way to keep her from doing that. Was it deflected? Point Hollis Brookline. Bedford is sure that was deflected out of bounds. I think they might be right.
I also thought that
Anna McGann is indicating too.
I thought it was in. I don't think it was out of bounds, but it's so difficult to see.
It did go just long, Bill, but I thought it had hit a Cavaliers player, so did Bedford. It's 8-4, and it's a point for Hollis Brookline. That was a huge call. 8-5 now. Cheyenne Colbert on serve, and she is good at it. Trying to save this season, this championship, pull off the upset, trailing 8-5 in the decisive fifth set. The setup and the hit is inside the line, played by Schneider. Schlunk is going to get it over the net, and that's a great hit. Oh, was that Caitlin Duquette, number 6? Huge point, Caitlin. Wow.
And now the Bedford fans have something to really cheer about with 9-5.
9-5. Now it's Bedford that's 6 points away from a three-peat state championship, leading 9-5. Jump serve by McKenna, and it's a good save again. What tremendous play from Maddie Fennessy tonight. Big hit is good. Oh, tremendous job. Number 17 for the Cavaliers with the put away. That is Berrigan.
We've been talking about the stress on the players.
Sorry, Bill, the sisters Mary Faye and Kate Berrigan. That was Mary Faye, the senior, with authority there.
Just say that stress, not just the players, but these 4 officials as well.
Maximum. Good serve down the middle by Libby Getter. And Libby not able to dive and get to that one, so it's 10-6. The Bulldogs first to double digits in the race to 15. They are only 5 points away from securing this victory.
Great hit by
Bill
Healy. Oh my goodness.
You know, the ESPN percentage win calculator has just swung back to Bedford.
Yes, it has.
Lindsay Healy on serve. The big hit will fall. It is a Hollis Brookline point, 10-7. Hollis Brookline, who took the second set in dramatic fashion, trailing big late, came from behind to outscore Bedford 6-0 to take that second set. Then they went on to kind of win the third set with authority.
Surprised
they were up
that
2-1, and then now it's been Bedford since.
Surprised in that last rally that Fessenden wasn't in the middle like she is now.
Oh, right. Riley O'Connell. Oh, great hit, Riley. Almost looked like she mishit it, but maybe on purpose. Found the open court.
Yep.
Riley O'Connell has put her team within 4 of a state championship, 11-7. Caitlin Duquette on serve for Bedford. And she doesn't get it over. Caitlin hits it into the net.
The last
Pressure
time
situation.
Fessenden stayed in and served with her rotation. That time she stayed in, stayed in and then was sub for back and forth here.
And Ellie DiVirgilio, a very effective server. Actually, no, excuse me, this is, yes it is, number 8. DiVirgilio, who gets sent to the line by Coach Becky Balfour, trying to salvage this championship here, trailing 11-8. Big hit, Lana McCarthy, out of bounds. Lana McCarthy asserts herself.
Timeout.
Timeout, Hollis Brookline.
Probably the last timeout here, and it is.
Can I apologize now
We've been here for 2 hours.
Can I apologize now for doubting the Bedford juggernaut mid-match? Maybe I haven't watched enough championship volleyball to know how important the swings of momentum are in this sport. But I am just, my jaws dropped as the swings of momentum. I know about momentum in basketball, even baseball and hockey, but this is another animal for me, volleyball. It just looked so dark at one point for Bedford. Even in that fourth set, they were down, and they came back and they won. And now in the race to 15, they have clearly the upper hand, up 12-8. It's not over yet, but Bedford's only 3 points away with serve.
And John, let me tell you, you're lucky that our vantage point is up this high away from the court.
I agree.
If we were down any closer,
if we were
like
courtside,
we would be in Bedford or something,
we
would both definitely need masseuse work on our necks.
Absolutely.
Massage.
Plus, our lives would be in danger courtside. We don't want to.
Yeah, I want to stay away from these fastballs.
Oh boy!
Here we go. Here we go.
Cheyenne Colbert's hit is blocked, and it's kept alive. Lana McCarthy.
Net violation. Net violation on Bedford. It's point to Hollis. Hollis Cavaliers.
You called it. A little too excited. Lana McCarthy gets the "you can't do that" chant from Hollis Brookline.
Coach
Bedford still leads, but it's 3, 12-9, and Hollis Brookline on serve. Libero, Maya Schneider. Long. What a decision under pressure.
Oh, you can
let it go.
You could see it in their face. I mean, you know.
Oh, volleyball IQ, Bill. 3 players made the same right decision.
And that's one of the most frustrating, let me tell you, as a player, it's one of the most frustrating things is when your teammate lets the ball go and it lands in.
And they all made the right choice.
The right call.
13-9, Lindsay Healy trying for the winner. Cheyenne Colbert's going to answer back, and it's in. Great shot by Cheyenne Colbert. And now Hollis Brookline has reached the 10-point plateau. A 3-point difference on the scoreboard. And Sophia Jordan will handle the serve for the Bulldogs. Trying to come from behind. They need a 5-0 run or 5-1 run in order to do the near impossible, the upset. Big hit, Lindsay Healy. Great dig. Schneider. Colbert, what's that? A point is awarded before the hit to Bedford. They're 2 away, 1 away. It's championship point. Championship point.
I did not see a single
the violation, right?
I didn't see what that
Our eyes were on the ball, and the call was away from it.
Nobody complained except some of the fans.
For the state title, Maddie Fennessy on serve. Colbert trying to keep the season alive. Nobody can breathe in this Pinkerton Academy gym as it's returned. Both teams trading blows. Healy went for the championship. It's blocked by Bedford. They keep the point going. Everybody on the edge of their seat. Healy, is it in or out? Bedford keeps the season alive, 14-11.
Putting the ball out, yeah.
A championship on the
headed
brink.
To the bus yet.
Oh boy, just amazing stuff here at the academy. 14-11. The Bulldogs need
look who's
1
serving,
point.
John, who's
Cheyenne
serving?
Colbert. Who else, right? The setup. Healy trying for the win again, but Bedford has been unable to find that opening. It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs. 3 in a row. Lindsay Healy with the key hit in the final point. 15-11. The Bedford Bulldogs, your Division I 2022 Girls State Volleyball Champions. What a match for the ages.
Best match I've seen in my lifetime. I've seen a lot. I'm what do you call it when I'm almost in tears for these players? Both teams. Everybody in this gymnasium just witnessed a remarkable sporting event.
Well, I'm going to have to go look up who invented the sport of volleyball, but they would have tears in their eyes, too, of how well that match was played and the treat that it was to watch it and to call it on Bedford CTV with you, Bill Klein. Thank you very much for taking me along on this ride. Thank you to Andrew Fenn, our cameraman, and also Bill Jennings, our executive producer. And congratulations to the Bedford girls volleyball team. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. A three-peat here at Pinkerton Academy.
I want to see more. I want to see more.
Don't you? Yeah.
Girls volleyball.
Well, you know what? With all these juniors on this team, buckle up for 2023.
John, we'll see you next year.
Absolutely.
Sports fans.
Love it. And we'll say good morning from Pinkerton Academy, everybody, and we'll see you in Wyndham at 2 o'clock for the football game.